Ever felt like you were walking on eggshells around someone? Like no matter what you do, it's never good enough? You deserve better. Today, we're talking about toxic people. They leave emotional destruction in their wake. They can be anyone in your life. They damage your self-esteem and well-being. But you can protect yourself, learn to set boundaries, and start to heal. Let's shine a light on toxic behaviors and take your life back. Let's talk about manipulation. Now, toxic people are masters at this. They're like puppeteers, pulling your strings, making you think you're doing something wrong. They guilt you. They use your own emotions against you. They twist your words around. You start to doubt yourself. You start to think maybe it is your fault. Maybe you're overreacting. That's what they want. They want you off balance. They want you questioning your own sanity. But listen to me. Don't buy it. You know yourself better than anyone. And if something feels wrong, if someone is constantly making you feel bad about yourself, that's a huge red flag. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking you're the problem. You're not the problem. They are. A hallmark of a toxic person is a lack of empathy. They just don't get it. They don't understand or care how their actions affect others. Wrapped up in their own world, they're blind to the pain they cause. You could be pouring your heart out and they'd be checking their watch. Toxic people wouldn't recognize empathy if it hit them. This one's a classic, the perpetual victim. In their eyes, nothing is ever their fault. The world is out to get them. They were dealt a bad hand. Everyone's against them. They'll spin a sob story so convincing you almost feel sorry for them. Almost. But here's the thing. It's all an act. It's a way to deflect responsibility, to avoid taking ownership of their actions. And let me tell you, it gets old. Fast. You're constantly being asked to feel sorry for them, to make excuses for their behavior, and the more you do it, the more drained you feel. Remember, you're not responsible for their happiness, their choices, or their life. They are. Chapter 4. Sign number 4, control freaks. Toxic people need to be in control of everything. Your time, your relationships, your decisions. They want to call the shots, and they want you to fall in line. They might do it subtly at first. Little comments here and there, questioning your choices, undermining your confidence. But over time, it becomes a suffocating grip. You start to feel like you can't breathe, like you're living in a cage of their design. And that's exactly what they want. They want you dependent, pliable, under their thumb. But you're not a puppet. You're a person with your own thoughts, feelings, and dreams. Don't let them take that away from you. Chapter 5. Sign number 5. Masters of deception. Honesty, integrity, those are foreign concepts to a toxic person. They lie, they cheat, they manipulate, all to get what they want. They'll tell you one thing to your face and another behind your back. They'll play the victim, feign innocence, anything to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. You start to feel like you're going crazy. You question your own memory, your own sanity. That's the insidious thing about toxic people. They make you doubt yourself. But here's the truth. You're not imagining things. If your gut tells you something's off, it probably is. Trust your instincts. Chapter 6. Sign number 6. Criticism is their love language. Toxic people thrive on negativity. They're like emotional vampires, sucking the joy out of everything and everyone around them. They're always finding fault, always pointing out your flaws, always putting you down. It doesn't matter how much you achieve or how hard you try, it's never enough. They'll disguise their criticism as constructive feedback. But don't be fooled. It's not about helping you grow, it's about tearing you down. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by people who lift you up, not drag you down. Chapter 7. Sign number 7. Green with envy. Jealousy is a toxic emotion, and toxic people are masters at it. They resent your successes, they begrudge your happiness, and they'll do whatever they can to sabotage your joy. They'll downplay your accomplishments, gossip behind your back, and try to make you feel bad for simply having something they don't. True friends celebrate each other's victories. Toxic people, they see them as a threat. Don't let their envy poison your well-being. Your happiness is yours to own, not theirs to destroy. Chapter 8. Sign number 8. The world revolves around them. You know the type. It's always me, me, me. Their problems are bigger than yours. Their needs always come first. They lack the ability to see things from your perspective, to understand that other people have feelings and needs too. They'll monopolize conversations, turning every topic back to themselves. They'll expect you to drop everything to cater to their whims, without a thought for your own schedule or well-being. Remember, a healthy relationship is a two-way street. It's about give and take, about mutual respect and understanding. Chapter 9. Sign number 9. Passive-aggressive punchlines. Toxic people rarely confront their issues head-on. Instead, they opt for the backhanded compliment, the snide remark, the subtle dig disguised as a joke. They'll say things like, "Oh, that's an interesting outfit choice," with a smirk on their face, leaving you wondering if you should be offended or not. They're masters of the silent treatment, using your guilt and confusion as weapons against you. Don't play their games. Call them out on their behavior. Force them to address their issues directly. Chapter 10. Sign number 10. The elusive promise keepers. Toxic people are full of empty promises. They'll say anything to get what they want in the moment, but follow through? Not so much. They'll commit to plans, then cancel at the last minute. They'll offer to help, then disappear when you need them most. Their words mean nothing because they're not backed up by action. They're all talk and no substance. Don't waste your time or energy on people who can't be counted on. Surround yourself with those who value integrity and follow through on their commitments. Chapter 11. Sign number 11. The rain cloud followers. Toxic people are allergic to joy. They'd rather wallow in misery than celebrate the good times. They'll find a way to turn any positive conversation into a negative one. They'll complain about the weather, the traffic, the food, anything to avoid acknowledging the good. Their negativity is infectious, and it can be draining to be around. Don't let them suck you into their vortex of negativity. Choose to focus on the positive and surround yourself with people who do the same. Chapter 12. Sign number 12. The never-ending non-apology. Don't expect a genuine apology from a toxic person. They're incapable of taking responsibility for their actions, so they'll find any way to avoid admitting fault. They'll offer up a non-apology apology like, "I'm sorry you feel that way," which shifts the blame onto you. Or they'll make excuses for their behavior, refusing to acknowledge the impact of their actions. A sincere apology requires humility, empathy, and a willingness to change. Toxic people possess none of these qualities. Remember, you deserve an apology, but you'll likely never get one from a toxic person. Don't waste your time waiting for them to change. Outro, take your life back. Toxic people can wreak havoc on your life, but you don't have to let them. Now that you know the signs, you can start to protect yourself, set boundaries, limit your exposure, and don't be afraid to walk away from relationships that are no longer serving you. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and compassion. Share your experiences in the comments below, and if you're ready to start your journey toward healing, check out my other videos on self-care and personal growth. You deserve a life filled with joy, love, and authentic connections. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.